Hello, my name is Dr. Carlos Spironelli Ramos. I am a dentist, I am an endodontist, I am a PhD in endo. My background is as a professor. I have more or less more than 20,000 root canals done in my life. In Japan, I was able to make some contacts with people that was really involved in a very nice project called the Apex Locator. So that said, I have to name 3 names at that time that were very, very important. Dr. Yamaoka, Dr. Yamashita, and Dr. Saito. All these 3 guys, alongside a big team of people, me inside as well, we were able to create a big solution for endodontics that was the electronic working length determination. That was the first step on many steps that I did in my life towards developing new products, developing new techniques as well. It is not an easy path. Remember, we are dentists. So as dentists, what we learn at the school is just to take one technique, to do this technique as good as possible. But in 2024, I started to work in this company as Director of Clinical Research and CE as well. Anyways, here in Woodpecker, in the last 2.5 years, I was able to develop not only 1 or 2, but 7 new patents. It's amazing how we were able, and we are going to be able more and more, to develop new products and new concepts, and also something very innovative. Among these innovations, the jewel of the crown is our Endo GT. The Endo GT series has 3 models. One is the Mini, another one Endo GT, and another one the Endo GT Pro. I will show something about the Endo GT Pro, not from a sales or marketing standpoint, but from a dentist standpoint. I am an endodontist, but if I am a dentist who loves to do root canal treatments, this equipment fits exactly in what I need. We like to say that Endo GT Pro is a simple but complete system. Why? Let's start with the simple part. I just turn on and turn off, and the system is ready to go. I just take my handpiece in my hands, turn the on button, and I have this very fancy, lightweight handpiece, ergonomic, with light, doing the movement that I want with the file that I want. Just like that. So basically, this is the most simple concept to be used day to day in the office. The only thing that you need to know is what file system you are going to use. When you press this little guy button here, you have a list of files and you choose the file that you want. I will choose EvoFlex. So by doing that, all my EvoFlex files will be here. This system is compatible with ProTaper files. It is also compatible with WaveON files. Whatever system you want to use, you are going to use very easily. Choose the file that you want to use, press the power button, and we have exactly the speed and the torque that the file needs to be used during my instrumentation in a very safe way. But if I want a complete system, that comes another story. The Endo GT Pro is a complete system in a way that you can use as a motor, you can use as an apex locator, you can use the motor with the apex locator. Not only that, but if you don't find your file system here, you can also create your own file system. It's called Build a File feature. But there's more. One of the things that is a big challenge in a day-to-day office when you are doing endodontics is separation of files, or like some people like to say, breaking files. Breaking files is a nightmare, even though we have very nice techniques to remove it, but it's still something very frustrating. To prevent breaking files, we have, in the majority of the motors, what we call the torque setting. What is the torque setting? Torque setting is you determine the torque that you want to work, the threshold, the limit, and then after that you have auto reverse. This is the simple way of doing torque control in a motor, but not the way that Endo GT works. Endo GT is a way more intelligent motor. Also, you don't need to prefix the torque for it. The motor will take the lead of determining the best torque for the moment that you are working. One of the things that is amazing is the fact that torque in endodontics is super important because it determines the fatigue of the file. And we are talking about, obviously, torsional fatigue. Torsional fatigue is very hard to control. Is that fatigue that when you put the file and the tip of the file touches and binds in the canal and the motor is still running, you break the file. And this is not fun. One of the things that we did, we created the torque sense. This patent technology created by myself and the engineers here in Woodpecker allows you to have the safety threshold of the torque while you're doing instrumentation. So during your instrumentation, sometimes you need more torque because the biggest part of the file is touching. More metal touching, more resistance, more torque you need to this file to cut. Imagine that you have a file that is an orifice shaper, for example, a 1708, and you have this D16 part of the file here that is a lot of metal mass and needs more torque to make the file spinning at the same rotation. When you touch the file inside the canal, this area will need more torque. Torque sense will give this torque. But if you clean the canal again and you go a little bit further, the tip of the file will start to touch and you need less torque. Torque sense will determine exactly the torque that you need at that moment without you touching anything in the screen. You just need to follow the audio beeps. 2 beeps, short beeps, is I am learning. 1 continuous beep, I learn it. Just go ahead. I will explain in other words. Every single motor can detect torque, right? So every single motor shows variations of torque while you're doing your instrumentation. I talked with my motor and I said, hey motor, if you know the torque, why you don't learn at that moment what is the ideal torque at that single moment, at that single second, and you set up the ideal torque for me. Endo GT says, okay, that's fine, I will do that for you, Carlos. And we did it. So torque sense is one of the things that we have, but we have more. One of the big problems of working length determination is unstable readings. Back in 2007, I put a patent that instead of using 2 frequencies, we use the whole spectrum of frequencies. That means that we offer a different menu for the apex locator in terms of frequencies, and the apex locator will pick up the best frequency for that single moment. It's kind of giving for the apex locator the best suitable frequency for that area that the tip of the file is touching dentin walls. Also, we have a very nice video on what we call the clear signal explaining all this. But there's a problem. Not always the dentist can choose the best file to do your working length determination. Obviously, we don't see the tip of the file inside the canal, so we don't see where the file is touching. With the clear signal, another feature that we have in this Endo GT Pro motor, you can see if the file is giving a good signal or not for the whole system to do the electronic reading. No more beepings, no more crazy readings, no more back and forth in your display. Much more than that, you have a little dial here that will show you exactly where you have to be in terms of the quality of the signal, going from weak signal to strong signal. If you forget what I'm saying and you don't know what to do if you have a weak signal, press the icon and there's a message here saying, "Doctor, change the file to a bigger diameter. Check the irrigation if the canal is humid, or even check all the connections." Once you do that and you go to strong signal, it's easy. Just go forward and make your working length determination in a safe and stable way. One of the things that I want to tell you is this. Endo GT Pro is one example of innovation here in Woodpecker.